Hello, I'm Dr. Tydell, and I'm going to be your lab instructor for fall term 2020, an online version of Bio120. This is going to be my first time teaching Biology 120 lab in an online environment. It is not an ideal situation, and I'm new at it. So please feel free to email me or come to my office hours to let me know if something's not working. But do me a favor, try to be a little patient. I want this to work for you, right? First of all, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm Dr. Tydell, but I'm not an MD kind of doctor, and I'm not a PhD kind of doctor. I'm a veterinarian. The veterinary degree is DVM for Doctor of Veterinary Medicine. And instead of DVM, my mom used to always call me a DMV, which would have been useful, but that's not it. Anyway, so I was a veterinarian for dogs and cats mostly for about 15 years. And I worked primarily in emergency and critical care. And after 14, 15 years, I started being really interested in the side of medicine that is designed to maximize the way the human body recovers. And so that led me to becoming a researcher in the field of immunology. And I was an immunology researcher for about 10 years. I started off at the medical school at UC Irvine, working in protein biochemistry in the field of immunology. And I discovered a protein that your white blood cells use to kill the bacteria that are trying to make you sick. So on the strength of that discovery, I was awarded a grant by the NIH. And with that grant, I did research at Caltech. That's the California Institute of Technology in Pasadena. I did research there for about 5 years. If you ever have trouble falling asleep, my publications are on my personal webpage. By the way, I don't have that on here, but you can always find professors' personal web pages listed on Cerritos if you want to, but it's cerritos.edu and then just /C Tydell. It'll take you to my personal web page and you can read my publications if you felt like it. But at the end of doing research, I started teaching. I first started teaching at Caltech, then at Occidental College and at Pasadena City College and at University of Laverne. But I've been here at Cerritos College since 2009. Boy, that's a long time. And I love it here. And the reason I love it here is because of the students. I love the other faculty too, but mostly it's because of the students. I still do lecture at the California Institute of Technology, but in the field of physiology instead of in biology. So it's a little bit about me. Let's see, what do we need to talk about? Let's talk a little bit about the grading here in Bio 120. Now, in Bio 120, this course is set up to be asynchronous, which means that you can complete each week's lab activities pretty much any time during the week. You need to take a lab quiz. You need to take a lab quiz once a week, and that's every week except for the first week, because actually there's a quiz this week. Okay, never mind. Including this week. So the exception would be the weeks right after a lab exam. There's 2 lab exams and they are each worth 200 points. In order to pass Bio 120, just to pass, you need to get more than 65% of the overall points in the course. Your lab is worth about 25% of those points, okay? Now, let's imagine that you got 100% on all of your lecture exams, but you got less than 55% of your lab points. You still can't pass Bio 120. In order to pass Bio 120, you have to get at least more than 55% of lab points, and then overall more than 65% of total course points. You are not allowed to be absent at all in the first 2 weeks. you're only allowed to have 2 absences for the entire term, right? So what would be an absence since you are not here? Well, let's have a look at your course, okay? So right here, let me just hit student view. This is what your Canvas page for Bio120 lab, this is what it looks like. By the way, there is a Canvas and how to navigate Canvas video. So check that one out. A little bit of redundancy here. The most important part of this particular page, okay, there's 2 important parts. The most important part is right here, lab modules, but I also wanted to point out here that there is how to get to my office hours. My office hours are by Zoom. So for an hour on Monday, an hour on Tuesday, and an hour on Friday, I'll just be sitting here in front of the Zoom camera waiting for one of you guys to hop in. When you hop in, please let me know which class you're in, because some of my students will be from an AP course, some of you will be from BioLab. And my very first drop-in hour will actually be the Friday before school starts. So if you're confused about anything and you don't want to wait until school starts, I will be here Friday, and all you have to do is click on that link, and then you're going to have to activate Zoom on your computer, and you would be looking at me like this, and we can talk and I can answer your questions or even walk you through some of what's confusing you, right? But I was going to tell you the most important thing is right here, lab modules. Why is that important? I've organized Canvas so that you can see that this is what you need to do for week number 1. I told you, how will I know that you're absent if you're like never really here? I will know you're absent if you do not take this quiz or if you do not complete this lab activity. Right? If you are absent at all in the first 2 weeks, you'll be dropped from Bio120. So one of my waitlisted students can get your seat, right? For the entire course, you will be dropped if you miss more than 2 labs. It's got to be kind of hard to miss a lab, right? Because I give you 48 hours, well, the first lab syllabus quiz, I'm giving you 2 weeks to take it. But in general, like this quiz, I'm going to give you 48 hours to take the quiz. Now, once you start the quiz, you only have 10 minutes to take it. But you can take that 10-minute quiz anytime in a 48-hour period. And as far as the lab activities go, they are either open all the time like the videos are, or you've got a whole week in order to complete them. Okay, so that's how I will know that you are here. These are the things that you need to do. I haven't quite finished your page here, but every week, like week 1, due by midnight, Friday, 8:21. Week 2 will be due 8:28. Week 3 will be due whatever is in September, all right? Okay, so remember, let's go back. Remember, when you just go to the homepage of Bio120 Lab, you can come right here and you can Zoom with me, and I've already got Zoom set up, and I will be here on Zoom on the Friday before classes start, and after that for every Monday and Tuesday and Friday. Alrighty, the next video is all about how to navigate Canvas, and there's also a video on how to use Proctorio. All of your quizzes are going to be in Proctorio, and the first one is due by the first Friday of the first week of classes. So 2 more videos for you to watch. Oh, and more emails for you to get. Okay, bye.